One person, huh? Who's that? Well, Victor, what's going on, brother? I know you love these political shows. Who else? 4 people? Please hit the like button, everybody. It's very, very important. Even when there's only 4 of you. Six now. Here we go. Now we're rolling. Just waiting, guys. Hop in the chat anytime you'd like. I think I figured it out. It appears nobody really pops up in the chat until we got about 30 people. I don't know why that is. But it seems to be that way almost every live stream. I want to tell you guys something, too. I want to make it clear. I don't believe in the devil. But if there is one, it's Donald Trump. That's why I put that there. No doubt about it. Hmm. 6 people. Guys, hit the like button, please. Jump into the chat whenever. Oh, now we're at 30. There we go. Now we should get some people talking. Yeah. I believe in evil, just not the devil, But like I said, if there is a devil, Trump is the guy. It's him. I can't imagine a more evil person. Can any of you? Really? Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you, brother. Like who could you mention that's more evil than Donald Trump? Curious. Oh, the boom clap said you're an absolute fucking idiot. Tell me more, the boom clap. Tell me more. Why is that? Did I trigger you? Are you upset? What a surprise. I triggered a Trump supporter. That never happens. Guys, hit the like button, please, and subscribe if you haven't already. I see something. What do you see, Adam Burton? I love Donald Trump. Do you, Agent Nova? All right. Do you think he is deliberately inciting people in order to declare martial war? Yes. Yeah. What did I say? Martial law. Yeah. Did I say war? Yeah. I think as soon as he sent the National Guard into LA, that was his intention. From then on, he's been attempting it. Yep. Wherever there's peaceful protests, he'll send the National Guard so they're not peaceful anymore. Because obviously, once the National Guard gets there, then they incite a riot, basically. And that's when people get upset and they start doing exactly what Trump wants them to do. Trump is winning that discussion. Yes. There's a black figure. Where, Adam Burton? Oh, this is too easy. Trump is evil, but he's too stupid to be the devil. You might have a point there. You Democrats have been constructing chaos. When it happens, you won't be on the other side. When it happens, you won't be on the other side. Yeah, what does that mean exactly? We've been constructing chaos? How? Tell me how. Curious. You're gay. Why you are. Trump is a traitor, James. He is. If Trump became a dictator next year, I wouldn't be mad, honestly. Of course not. Until things start happening to you. See, you think that anything Trump does is only going to affect the left. But once you see that this stuff is affecting you, then all of a sudden you won't want him to be a dictator anymore, Yeah, that's not how it works, monkey. You don't know the Constitution, apparently. If that happens, you guys are fucked. If what happens exactly? Are you talking about a civil war? What are you talking about? Okay, Adam Burton. Good. Thanks, brother. Yeah. And that's not even, you guys are so programmed that even when we're not saying anything about that, you just come in and say what you heard on Fox News earlier. Obama deported millions and you leftists were fine with it. And of course, there was no difference between how Obama did it and how Trump's doing it now, right? Like Obama, I remember all the people who got executed in the middle of the street. I remember the people who were here lawfully that got deported to fucking concentration camps in El Salvador, even though a judge ordered years ago that they can't be deported. I remember, oh, no. That didn't happen under Obama. Sorry. He's trying to say you guys are committing color revolution tactics in order to bring about a communist state. We definitely know you guys want to digital currency in order to control people. God almighty. Trump is the biggest wannabe dictator. I don't think he's a wannabe dictator. I think he's a dictator. Okay, then don't join in, Jack McKnight. How about that? Didn't Charlie Kirk? It's not how debate works. Didn't Charlie Kirk used to do that? But I bet it was debate when he did it, right? Are you arrogant, foolish? You child are playing checkers. President is playing 3-dimensional. You're a silly, shallow child. Do you mean 3-dimensional chess, stupid ass? Do you see how you write? Do you understand why I'm not surprised you voted for Trump? You see how you write? Look at what you just wrote in there. Look at that. If that makes sense to you, you have dyslexia or something. There's something wrong with you. But it wouldn't make sense to anybody who can actually read. Let me see. No, MAGA, is it fucked? You fucked, dumbass. Guys, the most difficult part of my job every day is trying to decode what these fucktards are trying to say in the chat. No, if you listen to the beginning of the show, Sean, I said I don't believe in the devil, but if there is one, it's Donald Trump. Oh, I don't even have to provide any. Donald Trump does it for me every day. I mean, you guys, no matter what I show, if I showed you a video of Trump committing the most heinous act imaginable, you'd still say he's a good guy. Don't ever think, Trump supporters, that we're trying to convince you of anything. We know you're incapable of learning. We don't bother. Just having a conversation. Trump wants riots to use as a pretext for martial law to then test his real killing power. Yeah. And, he wants to make sure those midterms don't happen. So how id he the devil? What's his argument? Argument. Oh my God. This can't be real life. I swear, this can't be real life. It can't be. There is no way that grown people are illiterate like this in America. It's not a third world country. I mean, God almighty, I know we don't have the best schools in this country, but how is it that so many of you are illiterate? I have not read one comment from a MAGA person yet that is the slightest bit coherent or understandable. Actually, there is, because under Obama, they counted those who were stopped at the border as a deportation. That's not a deportation. That's not true either, because they wouldn't call that a deportation. At least he's not protesting to keep exploiting illegal workers. Okay. Who's not protesting? Kirk was a scumbag. Oh, yeah. Trump told his extreme fans to kill people and break in government places. He did. If you don't like Trump, get the fuck out of the USA. No, Derek, you can't tell me what to do, fuckface. You're nothing to me. And by the way, you didn't like Biden. Did you leave the country, dummy? Do you see how you need self-awareness before you say things like that? You have to look at yourself and say, wait a minute, did I piss and moan and whine and bitch like a little fucking baby about Joe Biden for 4 years? Yes. Did I leave the country? No. Okay, so should I tell this guy who doesn't like Trump to leave the country? Of course I shouldn't. That would make me look like an asshole. Oh yeah, name me some domestic terrorist Democrats. I'm curious. Who would you be referring to? You're YOUR proud you voted for Ole Walls. That says it all. Ole Walls. You mean Waltz and what is the Ole Walls? That's a fucking idiot. See what I mean? Oh my God. Libtards can't never have power. Oh my God. Guys, I swear I'm going to jump out the window. Maybe I should just start answering people who can read and write. You think? Let me get down towards the bottom. Maybe there's somebody who could read at the bottom. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Trump dodged the draft like a dog. He did. Obama literally told people to bring knives to fights. Maxine Waters said something very similar. No, he didn't. And no, Maxine Waters said something. She just said to basically chase you guys out of restaurants and shit. That's it. That's it. I didn't like Biden, but that doesn't mean I'm going to leave or scream about my opinion. There you go. See, that's how you do it. So now you're pissing and whining like a little baby because of Trump. When you frame it that way, it just becomes an 8th grade nasty argument. Gotcha. No, this is my YouTube channel. I talk about Trump. You know, it's what I do. So I'm loving the fools moving out the country only to regret moving to third world countries. Yeah, that's not happening, except one guy that did leave during Biden's administration. Or what was it under Trump's? It might have been under Trump's. He went to go live in Russia, and he was a MAGA dude, 100%. And Putin told him basically if he joins the military, you know, he won't put him on the front lines or anything. And then he joined the military. Putin put him on the front lines, and he got killed. And I think that's one of the funniest deaths to take place in human history. Trump is bad, but he is right about some things. Like what? Just out of curiosity. Oh, yeah? How so, William Johnson? Yeah, I know those scumbags running around wanting to give people free health care and pay off student loans and shit. You're right. They are maniacal. It's not like, you know, Dylan Roof and people like that. You know what I mean? The right-wing mass shooters and the fucking lunatics that shoot up like abortion clinics and kill doctors. And those loons, people like the ones that the guy who killed Melissa Hortman and her husband, and the one that broke into Nancy Pelosi's house and beat her husband with a hammer because he's an insane conspiracy theorist. Yeah, it's not the right that are domestic terrorists. It's not Donald Trump who actually incited a riot at the Capitol because he was too much of a fucking baby to admit he lost the election. Yeah, definitely not any of those guys. So far you've had zero conversation about why or how Trump is the devil. Just okay. Well, no, you're just not listening to me. You're apparently just not listening. He's right about getting rid of the illegal aliens because it's part of communist rule. Oh God. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Our closed border. There you go. That one thing. All right. One thing. There you go. Oh, fuck. I know. How dare anybody give another person a hand up instead of the rich tax breaks? Oh, yeah, I know, right? Of course. Left-wing ideology is counter to the American way of life. No. David Ian, you guys are very, very confused about what the American way of life is supposed to be. You guys are traitors to our country. You are. That's just a fact. You tried to overthrow the government. You tried to overturn a free and fair election. You support the most prolific pedophile ring in American history. We actually live the American way of life. How do we not? I'm a guy who has a wife, kids. I have a home, bills like everybody else. I pay my taxes. I don't drink. I don't. I smoke cigarettes. I don't do drugs. I don't even go out after dark, for fuck's sake. I'm always at home with my family. There you go. That sounds like the American way of life to me. You guys can call yourselves patriots, but you're not patriots. Okay. You will set this country on fire if your scumbag orange-faced fucktard leader tells you to. Because you're mindless robots. You're not patriots by any stretch of the imagination. And the American way of life, I got news for you, bro, but this country was built on immigration, you know? But when it was everybody else, it's fun. When we look back through history, like my grandparents, when they were tortured because they were Sicilian, and they came here from Sicily and stuff, forget about all that. Forget about the fact that what they're doing today to Mexicans is literally the exact same thing. But today it's just fine. You don't mind at all, right? Because you hate those people. Jesus Christ. He never incited a riot. Yes, he did. There was a riot. He incited it. Biden will not be held. Oh, God, here we go again. Biden. You lose me when you say that was an insurrection. There were no weapons. There was nobody trying to take over anything. Police officers got assaulted with flagpoles, pepper sprayed, and everything else. There were guys there with guns. You could find the videos. There was a guy outside of the Capitol building in a fucking tree waving a 38 snub nose around. Yeah, there were weapons. And what do you mean? What would it matter if there weren't weapons? You can't cause an insurrection without them? But there were. There were. Let me see. Listen to what this dickhead said. They want to pay off student loans so they could pocket the money. Let me ask you something. How do you pay something off and then pocket the money at the same time? If you paid it off, the money isn't there to pocket anymore, right, Dopey? Yeah, but you know, giving tax breaks to the richest people in this country just so our president can have more money on his pile of riches, you know. That's good, but let's not give it to kids so they don't go bankrupt after leaving college. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That would be wrong. Let me see. God damn, there's a lot of comments. Do me a favor, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe. I don't care about the bad guys. I don't want nothing from you. The good guys. The good guys, the people on the right side of things, which would mean the left side of things. Thank you. You're still the smartest Democrat out of those hundreds. I'm the smartest Democrat. Out of what hundreds? And I probably am not. Why? Most billionaires Democrats. Oh yeah, give me the numbers. Give me the numbers. What percentage of billionaires are Democrats versus Republicans? Because you wouldn't just come in and say that most billionaires are Democrats, would you? I mean, you'd have to have something to back that up, right? Otherwise, you'd be a jackass. So tell me the numbers. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Support abortion. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Well, yeah, we believe that a woman shouldn't have to die on an operating table if she's having a complicated pregnancy. We believe that unwanted babies shouldn't be brought into this world just so they can end up in a dumpster behind a toilet in a high school bathroom or some shit like that. And listen, you know what you guys say to us about, if you like illegal so much, why don't you let them move into your house? Well, when you guys start volunteering to adopt babies left and right, black babies, Latino babies, everything else, then you can talk shit about abortion. Let me see. There are only 900 billionaires. Is that what it was? For some reason, I thought it was 2,000. Let me see. Oh, this guy's from the other place. Lack of vision or imagination. Sorry, guys. I forget things I say right after I say them. So unless you're specific in the comment, I have no idea what you're talking about. 90% pro-Trump comments are bots from Israel, China, or Russia. That's the funny part. I know. It really is true, too. I mean, it's been proven. Democrats are all crooks. Okay, another general statement where he's not being specific or anything. Would you like to tell us who? Who? Who exactly? And tell me how they're crooked. He'll name. I know who he'll name. You know too. The one person I'll name. Tell me how. I'm curious. When Donald Trump is literally a lifelong crook, a 34-time felon who got convicted of falsifying business records to cover up a hush money payment to a porn star he fucked behind his current wife's back. Yeah. If Trump supporters are all bots, how did he win, genius? Mad Max, you are one dumb motherfucker. You don't know there's bots in chats on YouTube? It doesn't mean there's not humans that voted for him, you stupid fuck. It's been proven that a lot of the bots on social media, on X and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and everything else are bots. It's been proven. They're Russian and Chinese bots. Jesus Christ. Again, he asks it. No, he would have became a dictator. How would he be arrested if it was successful? How would he get arrested? By Democratic judge with handpicked Democratic jury. Wrong. Because I got news for you, dopey. I don't know if you know how juries work, but your defense lawyer has as much of a part in picking the jury as the prosecution does. So, no, those jurors were picked by Trump's lawyers. Yeah, they were. But that's what you guys do. Anything against Trump, like he gets found civilly liable for sexual assault. It's a bunch of woke people on the jury. He gets convicted of felonies. It's a bunch of fucking Democrats on the jury. Meanwhile, you don't know shit about anybody on the jury. You just can't admit that your guy is a bad guy. So anything he does wrong, you'll figure out a way to deny that it was wrong or that he did it. Is that right, Kathy? Now, don't just come in and say dumb shit, Catherine. Tell me why I'm a liar. Tell me what I'm lying about. I'm going to wait for Catherine's comment because Catherine looks like a bitch I want to argue with. Trump's lawyers chose the jury. Yeah. I'm not the president. That's why I could be a felon calling the president a felon. Yeah. I wouldn't run for president as a felon. You know what I mean? Let me see. Of course not, Buddha. Or you're just not listening. What? Juries are picked by the defense lawyer? Are you completely retarded? My God. No, you can look it up if you'd like. In criminal cases, juries are picked out by both the prosecution and the defense attorneys, for fuck's sake. That's exactly how it works. Otherwise, how could you say it's an impartial jury? That's what jury selection is. You ever hear the words jury selection? Who do you think the jury is selected by? My God, they all have a certain amount of people they can kick right off the fucking jury because they don't like certain things about what their beliefs or whatever it may be. That's how it works. And they pick a jury together. The fact that you don't know that is mind-blowing. Trump pardoned the ex-Honduran president who was serving a 45-year sentence for trafficking 500 tons of cocaine to the U.S. Yeah. All this guy has said is nothing. No matter what I say, bro, you'll just say it was nothing. It doesn't matter. Even that comment right there. Trump pardoned the ex-president of Honduras who trafficked 500 tons of cocaine into this country. I said he's evil. That's one of the things that makes him evil. Now tell me how I didn't say anything right there. No, I guess not, Pepper Moon. I guess not. I mean, what the fuck? Even if you watch TV, you know that lawyers, prosecution and defense picks juries. That's how it works. If you were a felon, you would know your place. Oh, listen to you. You sound like a straight Klansman. Yeah, I know my place. I'm no worse than you are, fuckface. Matter of fact, I'm better than you are. I guarantee it. So you should know your place. As an illiterate, fucktard, hillbilly, pedophile supporting scumbag, you should know your place. What is this? Okay, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. It's very, very important. I think the jury was 50-50 Dem versus Rep. Might have been, yeah. Most blue states are slums. Yeah, right. Name one. But, bro, okay, we'll get into this conversation. Sorry, regulars, but I have to do this. Guys, what you just said is literally the opposite of the truth. It's actually red states that are slums. The blue states in this country are the highest educated, most educated, whatever you want to say, wealthiest states. And the red states have the highest levels of poverty, the lowest education, and they're worst in healthcare. They are the worst in healthcare. Chicago is not a state, Ryan. California's a shithole? Really? Yeah, I remember I was looking at the thing Malibu the other day. I was watching a thing about Malibu. Definitely looks like a shithole. Yeah, fucking idiot. Your dream cities are third world. No, they're not. Minnesota, the whole state's a shithole. Think about what you're saying when you say state. If you had any fucking brains, any of you, you'd pick a city and say that's a shithole. But you name an entire state. Yeah. Politics is different. No, it's not. Let me see. How about LA? I'm sure there's beautiful parts of LA. How is it a shithole? Without LA and New York, your red states would crumble. They would fucking go bankrupt. You realize that, right? Like those blue cities support the rest of the sorry ass country. That's how it works. You're not helping your statistics. I have statistics? What does that mean? California, Pennsylvania, New York. Yeah, those red states. Pennsylvania's a red state, you dumb motherfucker. They voted for Trump this time. California, again, you know how much wealth is in California and New York? Do you have any fucking idea? Do you know how much of the technology comes from California? Do you have any idea? Do you know that New York is like the financial hub of the fucking world? Do you understand that? Do you know anything? Meanwhile, let's take a look at something. What are the poorest states in the United States of America?
Based on recent census data, the poorest states are in the South and Southwest. Mississippi is consistently the poorest, followed by Louisiana, New Mexico, West Virginia, and Arkansas.
Yeah, that's right. Let me see if I can give you the whole list. Mississippi, Louisiana, New Mexico, West Virginia, Arkansas, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Alabama, Tennessee, and South Carolina. Sounds like shitholes to me. The poorest states that are welfare states. Not only does the state receive welfare because they take more from the government than they put in, but the people in it receive a disproportionate amount of welfare. Yeah, well, I've lived in New York, and that's completely untrue. That's why it cost a fucking $3 million to get a decent apartment in Manhattan because everybody there is poor. Yeah. One of the most expensive places to live probably on earth, yet it's overcrowded. That's how many poor people there are, that all these poor people can afford to live in the most expensive place in America. Yes. And you guys, Mark Wallace, that's the point. You guys have no common sense. It's not even like you just don't have book smarts. I don't have book smarts, but I have common sense. I have some natural intelligence about me. You guys don't. You have no common sense because common sense can't be fooled by a con man. Can't be. Okay. If you have common sense, you cannot be tricked by a con man. It's impossible. Okay. It's impossible. I can't be conned. You can't con me. Anyone born with female reproductive organs. See what I mean, guys? I got to point something out to you. You guys do that on every show. You do know that nobody believes, there's nobody who doesn't know what a woman is as opposed to a man, right? Like there's nobody. This is just what they tell you, Travis. You expected me to be like, well, a woman is a man and a man is a woman and children are adults and fat people are skinny and tall people are short. Yeah, no. Anyone born with female reproductive organs. Yeah. Oh, that's how it's looking, no doubt. You're already indoctrinated, bud. Here we got a gay guy here. No big deal. I have no problem with gay people. But do me a favor. Stick to calling your boyfriend bud. Don't call me bud. It's the fucking gayest thing on the planet. Hey, bud. He's the type of dude that says puss instead of pussy. Guarantee it. I like to get me some puss. The blue states give most of their federal money to the red states, and the red states have the lowest quality of life in the United States. Literal shithole station. Yes. Complete and total shitholes. The worst states to live in the entire fucking country. Yes, it's true. They can't. California and Washington State have a lot of homeless blue states. They also have a higher population. Like California has the largest population of any state in the entire country. So wouldn't they have pretty much more of anything? Everything, whatever. He gives 30% of his income to Trump. He loves Trump. I don't know who that guy's talking about. Trump, the child rapist in chief. That's what he is. Compare Baltimore to Florida. Do you mean compare Maryland to Florida, jackass? Because Florida's a state and Baltimore is a city. Jesus Christ. Now, you could say something like, I don't know, I'm sure there's some slums in Florida, some horrible areas. Compare those to Baltimore, and I guarantee you they're about exactly the same. You know what I mean? Like Miami, the ghetto, Jacksonville. I know there's horrible fucking areas there. Compare that to Baltimore. That would make sense. But comparing a city to a state doesn't make much sense, does it, Dopey? No. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, listen, they have things in those states, Zeke. Yeah, they have things. They have like decent education and health care, and stuff like that. It costs money to have those things. Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt. And by the way, Zeke Cooper, this country has $38 trillion in debt. So is that Donald Trump's fault, all of it? Because according to you, it must be, right? Blue state has more property tax. Yeah. And they have better schools, better hospitals, better doctors, better nurses. This is what happens. It's nice to have low taxes, except for when your kids grow up retarded because they didn't have a decent school to go to. You know what I mean? It's nice to live in a state that has low taxes, yet you got to spend the next 10 generations of your family fucking mining coal and dying of black lung disease. Would never move to a red state. Well, I'd only move to one, and that's just because I want to be at the beach. That's Florida. What state makes smoking crack legal? Can you tell me when smoking crack has been illegal? You could walk up to a cop and say, I just smoked a 50 rock, and he's going to say, well, good for you, because there's nothing he could do about it, right? Now, if you're talking about possession or sale, yeah, but smoking crack in itself is illegal? Since when? New York has the shittiest schools. Again, no, it doesn't. I just told you what states have the shittiest schools, you dumb fuck, Texas air gutter. Oh my God. They hear it. They hear it with their own ears, and they're like, man, that doesn't sound good to me. I'm just going to say New York has the shittiest schools. New York has the shittiest schools. Yeah, right. Well, Broderick, guess what? It doesn't have worse schools than those red states. It just doesn't. Public intoxication. No, public intoxication. You mean like if you're drunk maybe and you're acting a fucking fool. If you're walking around high on crack, nobody's going to know it, dummy. I mean, and it's not illegal. And besides, you're not talking about doing the drug. You're talking about being in public while under the influence of a drug. Two different things. So what do you mean what state makes smoking crack illegal? It's not illegal. You can do whatever you want to your body. You have no common sense. You would have seen mainstream media lies. Oh, I have followed politics for 40 years, and with the videos of all telling lies is acceptable by Democrat voters. Anthony, think about what you're saying. I'm going to give you some numbers, and you can look these up in real time. Donald Trump lied 30,000. I forget the exact number. It's over 30,000, 30,600 something. Verifiable false statements and misleading claims during his first term, just 4 years. He lies to your faces every day, and you continue following him blindly. So we find lies acceptable, or do you guys? Donald Trump lied 36 times in 90 minutes when he was debating Joe Biden. And Joe Biden couldn't even speak, and he still had to lie. So tell me now, when Donald Trump stands in front of you and says, I'm going to lower your prescription drug costs by 1,500%. And it's not a mistake because he said it probably 400 times in the last year on national TV. He's lying to you, right? That's mathematically impossible. Otherwise, the drug company would be paying you a lot of money to take their drug. You know that, right? When he says groceries are cheaper, even though they're more expensive, he knows they're more expensive. He's lying to you. All these things. When he said I was going to release the Epstein files, He lied to you. He won't release them. He refuses to. So for you to say lies are acceptable by Democrat voters, that is amazing. That there has never been, if you take every Democratic politician, House, Senate, White House, and combine all of them, they haven't lied as much as Donald Trump did just in his first term. I'll bet you any amount of money. Did I compare abortion to deportation? Dub Arthur. This is what I mean about you guys being stupid. Like you can't comprehend things. You interpret things in a very strange way. So what I said is, you guys are telling people all the time, if you want illegals in this country, then you take them in and let them live with you. So I said, well, if you want all these unwanted babies born, take those babies in and let them live with you. You raised them. And that's me comparing abortion to deportation. Okay. Yeah. Holy Christ. Jingle bongs. My wife is downstairs. She's a beautiful nurse, you fucking idiot. We can thank Biden for everything. He got us in so much debt. Fucking idiot spending money on bullshit. Really? How much debt did he get us in? Can you tell me, JHR? I'm going to pay extra attention to JHR now because I want to have the conversation. How much debt did he get us in? JHR, where are you? Guys, please hit the like and subscribe. It's very important. Yes, take them well. This is such a stupid person. No, it's not. Now tell me the answer to the question. How much national debt did Biden run up? I'm waiting. Listen, if your wife is a whore, I feel bad for you, but don't project it onto mine. You guys get your statistics off of social media and stuff. So any of you, Tom, any of you can call me and debate me right now. And I guarantee you, I'll fucking smoke you. You stand no chance against me. Any of you. Sorry, pal, you are the liar. It's an interesting way to spell liar, and it's constant. He released the files. Now the Dems, period, don't want them, period. Gas is down, period. List is T.O. long to state all your lies. God almighty. Wow. Anyway, Louise, you even lie about this, but I don't think you're lying. I think you're stupid. The Epstein files have not been released. Not even Donald Trump is saying the Epstein files have been released. Not Pam Bondi, not nobody. There's 2 million pages of Epstein files. That's according to the Trump administration. 12,000 have been released. 75% of them were redacted. And even in that little bit of files, Trump was implicated. You dickhead. She thinks the Epstein files were released. Gas is down. Yeah, that's the only thing. And list is 2 T.O. long. It's T.O.O. dummy. That just means you don't have anything else to say. No, Kenneth, he did not. Look at guys. You need lessons on everything. Every fucking thing. Barack Obama added less debt in 8 years than Donald Trump did in 4. You could go look it up right now. My God, less debt in 8 years than Trump did in 4. Trump raised the national debt $7.8 billion. Trillion dollars. I'm sorry, 7.8 billion. $7.8 trillion. $7.8 trillion. Biden increased the national debt by 8.4 trillion. So about 600 billion more, except Joe Biden had to deal with years of COVID, the fallout from it and every fucking thing else. And a lot of that money was stimulus checks and all kinds of great legislation that was passed that cost money. Barack Obama, it was 7 point something million, but it was less than 7.8. So and that's in 8 years. Now, Trump has been in office for a year. $2 trillion in debt he's already added. Okay. And the big beautiful bill is going to cost $3.8 trillion. So in 1 year, $5.8 trillion. Bust out your phone, bud. Hey, moderators, do me a favor, just because I'm straight. And I don't mind gay people. I don't. But anytime anybody calls me bud, it creeps me out. Block anybody who says the word bud, unless they're talking about weed. Bud. Hey, bud. You know that learning center stuff was all bullshit. It was all debunked, right? You do know that, right? What medications am I on? Nothing. What are you on? Jingle bongs. Bud. Yeah, block him. Block Josiah Henry. Buddy is okay. Bud is not, Josiah. I'll give you one more chance. You say Bud, you're getting blocked. I swear to God. Oh, shit. MAGA won't look at facts because it would break their something brains. Yes. TDS. Oh, there goes stupid Catherine again. Catherine, you ready to call in and debate me? Never had a woman call in and debate. Let's do it. If you're even a woman. All right, cool. Here we go. Blocked. Hey, you ain't hurting me, guys. I don't give a shit. I don't need you here. Blocked. Wait. Almost. There we go. My dad was Bud. You should be so lucky. Your dad's name was Bud. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Catherine. Stupid man raised a stupid child. How is it debunked? Because all 9 of those places that dickhead did a video about, it turned out everything that was supposed to be happening there was happening. It's bullshit. That's why it's not talked about anymore. Okay, sure. Whatever you say. Oh, Calendar Men's got to go. Oh, Calendar Men. Oh, he is actually gay. That's all right, though. I don't mind. You called me Bud, so you got to go. Beaver Bay has to go. Let's run up this block list. Everybody who says Bud, block him. 666 Darkness Vamp. Good. This guy's an asshole. I've been looking for a reason to block him. Oh, there you go. He said Bud again. Bye, dickhead. I could do this all day, guys. Ha, this dude IQ is lower than what? Where'd he go? Lower than room temperature. Life is good. You're going to call in and debate me? Because you guys, you'll call me stupid all day, but you wouldn't dare call in and debate me. You know you wouldn't. Yeah, right. Oh, he called me Bud. Bye. No Bud shit. I told you. I ain't being called Bud. Call your boyfriend Bud, not me. This is an easy way to root out the bad guys. Unknown traitor. See, the unknown traitor, this is why you should have a wrench so you can start blocking these motherfuckers. If you block everyone, you'll have no one to talk to. Yeah, I will. Don't worry. No worries. You are helping them by keeping people arguing irrelevant bullshit. The facts are simple. They want us focused on each other, so we aren't shutting them down. Angel Spring, I don't care. Let me explain something to you. There's 2 sides in this country. Okay. One side doesn't support pedophilia. The other side does. We don't want to be friends with the people that do. Okay. We don't. So I have no desire to unite with these people. They're horrible, despicable people. I don't want anything to do with them. I look down upon these people. You have to understand. So forget all that. Oh, they got us fighting with each other. No. These individuals have us fighting with them. Politics or no politics. If you walk up to me on the street and say, hey, I know a guy who's a super pedophile, except I really like him, so I just ignore it and hang out with him anyway, then I'm not going to have you in my fucking life. You understand? And that's what they've done with Trump. It's obvious the guy's a pedo. They know it, but they still support him. I don't want to be friends with people like that. That's the funniest shit I've heard. Both sides are the same. Lost all credibility there, champ. Oh God, here we go, champ. Now, they're not the same. Simple as that. One side, Jingle Bongs, wants to give free school lunches, universal health care. Health care is a human right. They want to give women their reproductive rights back. Okay, they want to do things like expand the child tax credit. They want to give people money to buy a new home. They want to give people money to start a small business. And the other side is taking all the social safety nets away that this country needs, especially people you claim to care about, like veterans. Donald Trump's administration has decreased funding to the VA, and he fired 30,000 veterans. Okay. They've taken, babies have died. Hundreds of thousands have died because they didn't have the medication U.S. aid provided them. Okay. What was it? How much food went to fucking waste because of Doge? How much was that again? I forget. You don't care about veterans. Hey, at least you admit it. I could go on and on, guys. I could go on and on. You know, 24 million people are about to lose their fucking health insurance because of this dickhead and his friends in office, and all of this money that's not going to the people who need it, which is yourselves, by the way. It's going to the richest people in this country. You pay a higher tax rate than Jeff Bezos, and you think that's awesome. That's how dumb you are. Yeah, they've never imported illegals into the country. You sound stupid. FBS, have you looked into my Antifa check being late again? Late, you mean? For the second month, please contact George Soros and get my check. Thank you. I planned on hitting him up after the show. I'll see what's going on with it. Yeah, not anymore. Fuck that. Yes, there are. Beavis, Katie Johnson accused him of raping her when she was 13 years old with Jeffrey Epstein. She said it under oath in a court of law, which, by the way, makes it credible. Okay, because you're doing it under the penalty of perjury, and she had people that witnessed it corroborate her story under oath. So yeah, not just that, but I don't need credible accusations to know which way the wind blows. When I look at a guy talking about wanting to fuck his own daughter since she was 4 years old, he's a pedo. He's a pedo. No, I can't jingle bongs. I don't think you know how taxes work. They don't pay it because they're slick. They pay it because that's what the government has made their tax rate. That's how low it is. It's not, you think that it's low because of deductions and being a smart businessman. No. It's low because that's what Republicans do in this country. They increase taxes on the people that make, like say $400,000 a year and less, and they decrease taxes for people that make millions and billions. It's the way it works. Good point. What was Katie Johnson wearing? What the fuck kind of question is that? You a pedo too? Oof. It's creepy. Dems could have released the files last year. Last year, really? Joe Biden was in office for 20 days last year. Do you mean Donald Trump could have released the files last year? The guy that is currently president, Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump is the guy now refusing to release the files. Yeah. Yeah, jingle bongs. Try it sometime. The difference in the top tax bracket under Dems and the Repubs is about 7 to 9%, with both parties doing nothing about tax avoidance by billionaires. Oh, to some extent. Except, the tax money in general goes to the poorest people in this country under Democrats, and under Republicans, it goes to the richest people in this country. That's just the way it is. It is. Guys, like if you make $60,000 a year in America, $37 of your money goes to SNAP and welfare funding. $37 a year. Whereas, but between $500 and $700 goes to corporate subsidies. So your money is going to make the rich richer, and you think it's awesome. You love it. How come Biden hit the Epstein files? I don't know. What did he hit them with? Biden had 4 years and refused. He never refused. But Trump had 4 years before him. How come Trump didn't do it? You see what I mean, guys? What you'll notice is they can't defend the indefensible. They can't defend Trump, so they just go to Biden. It's whataboutism. What about Biden? In which case, it's a dumb argument, because then I'll just say, what about Trump? Because Trump had the files before Biden did. So how come Trump didn't release the files? What's up, Labo? Same old arguments, never changes. I don't know who Andrew Wilson is, fuckface. Jesus Christ. I'll debate anybody, Mark. Anybody. Guys that you like, they're only smart to people like you. You know what I mean? They really are. We had this conversation about Tim Pool yesterday. He's smart to people like you. Watch him debate a liberal, and every time the liberal fucking crushes him. Yeah, it does. It does. Oh, not that, Jingle Bongs. Hold on. It does, brother. They have to pay for those tax breaks to the richest people. Who do you think pays for them? I'll give you an example. Do you know the tariffs right now? They're a tax on us. We pay all the tariffs. No foreign country pays a dime of tariffs. We do. Okay. And that's a tax on us. And Donald Trump did that simply to offset the tax breaks he just gave again to billionaires. That's all. So, and it disproportionately, the tariffs affect the working poor and shit in this country. All right. So it's just another tax on us. And yes, they do. You guys don't even know. If you make $30,000 or less a year right now, thanks to the big, beautiful bill, your taxes have increased by 74%. 74%. Oh, Jingle Bongs. Bro, I don't have to. You would never call in here and debate me. Just because you don't know stuff doesn't mean I don't. I can't believe you said taxi the rich is the same as taxing the poor. Yeah, I didn't. I think you're hearing things. Biden went through the files looking for. Oh God, please. Ugh, that's Trump. All right, 410-941-9850. Call in. Yeah, that's not, no. It was you guys that committed treason by trying to overturn a free and fair election and overthrow the government. You're confused. You have this is what they do, bro. You have no plans on calling in to debate me. What are you, fucking, you're slow? You got 410-941-9850. There you go. How much you want to bet this guy doesn't call in? Have your facts ready. I did, and Street Smarts tore me up. Thank you, sir. Are you kidding? The Republicans constantly interrupt, deflect, distract, and do everything but answer the fucking question. Yeah, it's true. Absolutely. Look, this guy, he's doing everything but calling in. I got the phone right here, by the way, guys. Okay? Make sure the ringer is on, whatever you want to call it. If Kevin Ramos says one more thing about debating before he calls in, block him. George Carlin would have a field day with MAGA. Oh my God. Well, he I don't know if you know, but he really like predicted MAGA. I could play it for you if you guys want. It's pretty fascinating. That's not a rebuttal, my guy. No one was charged with insurrection on January 6th. But Biden did pardon the J6 committee for unarmed and unspecified crimes, the first in American history. You mean the people that Kash Patel swore up and down that he would go after and prosecute, even if he had to create a crime? And by the way, Noble Norse, do you know what an impeachment is? An impeachment is like, it's almost like an indictment. It's a president being formally charged. If it's a president, impeachments could be for other types of people. Okay. And Donald Trump was impeached for that insurrection. Sorry about that, guys. My bad. Oh.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
What's
press
up?
2.
Oh. Hello?
Call from
Eric.
Yeah.
To accept, press.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. So the Dems owe him for being wrongfully charged. No, they don't. Do you know just because you file for impeachment doesn't mean you're impeached? He was impeached. He was impeached twice. You're denying that he was impeached? Do you have impeached confused with removal? What is it that you're confused about? You guys, you want to hear it or what? Here. Donald Trump's second impeachment occurred on January 13th, 2021, making him the only U.S. president to be impeached twice. The House charged him with incitement of insurrection following the January 6th Capitol attack. Yeah. See that? No, I didn't hang up on him. He can call back right now. Call back right now, Eric. Waltz is really stupid. Yeah, I bet you're way more successful than he is. Biden was impeached like 6 times. He's calling Joe Biden dumb, and he doesn't know that Joe Biden was not impeached even once, not a single time. The House Republicans cleared him. The Republican House Oversight Committee cleared him of any wrongdoing, and they refused to even take a vote on impeachment. Steve Blair, what's up, brother? Guys, do me a favor. Hit the like and subscribe. Very important. That's right. You shouldn't, John McCafferty. You shouldn't. Yeah. Well, that's only because they're in his pocket, Stacia. It's not like it was a legit thing. It was the Senate who their political futures are in Donald Trump's hands. So they didn't convict him just for that very reason. If there's any other Republican president, I honestly think the Republicans would have for what Trump did. But not with Trump. It's the same reason they won't stand up to him now. He holds their political futures in his hands. You know that an indictment doesn't require. Do you know what an indictment is, Mark Wallace? You know, an indictment comes before a conviction, right? An impeachment comes before a conviction. Impeach means you. Let me give you an example. You're a pedophile, right? God forbid you went out and committed your crime today, right? And then you got formally charged with it. Whether you get convicted or not means absolutely nothing. The point is you were formally charged with the crime. You understand? Yeah. No, you don't, do you? Eric, stop. Is this you? Stop trying to act like you actually tried to call in, fuckface. You hung up as soon as you saw that I would debate you.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello? Hello? You guys suck. Yeah, definitely, Stacia. That's a skill. Yeah, they see me and they're like, "Oh my god!" It's like seeing an alien. Really, they've never seen a bald person before. I knew they lived in a bubble, but they're shocked by seeing a bald person.
Buddy, I'm just an idiot like you.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
So, in other words, you'll call in and you'll make prank calls, but you won't actually debate me. Exactly what I said. Now watch.
Call from.
Don't run, buddy. I'm just an idiot like you.
To accept, press 1.
He won't debate you, Eric. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Eric just has to call in. Sounds like you're trying to equate conviction and being charged. No. I'm Jesus Christ, James Brown. I told you, you're incapable of learning. I never said Trump was convicted. I said he was formally charged. He's the only president in American history to be formally charged with 2 crimes. That's called being impeached. He was impeached twice. You guys are so dumb that you think.
Trump, bitch.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. Call from
Trump, bitch.
See how they hung up? Yeah. And have been obstructed the inquiry itself by telling his administration officials ignore subpoena for documents. What are you talking about, Stacia? I'm sorry. Oh, the first impeachment? You talking about Ukraine? Pelosi should have been impeached. For what crime? Guys, you're not bothering me. You're just proving that you won't debate.
Hung daddy debater.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. Call from
Hung daddy debater.
See? Told you. There you go. That's one good thing, Victor. Who is your favorite president of all time and why? It's private information. No, mine? Obama. You're missing the point here that the Republicans are letting him get away with fucking anything and they're increasing their wealth at the same time, moron. Stacia, I'm confused. Are you calling me a moron? I'm very confused. You have conflicting statements. It makes it hard for me to understand which side you're even on. I don't get it. They got no balls, MAGA stupid. Of course. They won't debate me. I told you they never would. And listen, I don't blame them. If I was them, I wouldn't debate me either. You know what I mean? They don't stand a chance. Oh, God. That's not an impeachment inquiry. That's an impeachment. An impeachment inquiry is something different. Yeah, that's not treason. And insider trading isn't treated. Insider trading been impeached? Well, I'll tell you why she wasn't. Because then probably 90% of Congress would have had to have been impeached, especially the Republicans. Like they've been doing insider trading during Trump's whole, first year in office. Barron made $150 million off of his father implementing tariffs and then taking them off the next day. Scott Besson even said we knew he was going to do exactly that. That's insider. If you're trading, that's insider trading. You have insider knowledge. And Marjorie Taylor Greene made $25 million off of that. Trump literally stood in his Oval Office with a bunch of billionaires and said, this one made 20 million. This one made 10 billion. He was bragging about all the people that made money off of him deliberately crashing the economy. Exactly. Yeah. But then he was impeached. It wasn't just an impeachment inquiry. He was impeached. I think it's funny that he said he's going to attack Iran and Saudi Arabia, said he can use the airspace and won't support him after he kissed their ass. Awesome. He's a fucking douchebag of epic proportions. I'm no liberal, Dustin. But you can call in and debate me, 410-941-9850. Top 4 insider traders in 2025 will all Republicans. Facts, Google it. Already? Do they already say that? Top 4 insider traders. He's just going to hang up again, but.
This is pathetic.
Yeah.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. from
Goalkeeper.
You're doing a great job. Some of the most notable in history. Let me see, Raj. Oh, I see the names, but I don't know if they're all Republican. Does it say that somewhere? No use debating with a loser. In other words, I'll beat you, so you wouldn't even dare. I know. That's because Newsom has no urge to make wealthy pay its fair share. Newsom? Gotcha. All right, guys, there's only 45 people left, so I'm going to get going, but I'll probably do another one of these later. Everybody but MAGA, have a great day. If you're MAGA, I hope you choke on something. Goodbye.